more pieces.
Great.
Not any more than any other show. I've sort of gotten a little bit blasé about shows unless they're like really groundbreaking big shows in San Francisco or LA or something like that. But you know, I've gotten used to doing shows now. So.
Are you aware this gets live broadcast anywhere in the world during the show?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Have you played to that?
Have I what? Have I played to that?
Have you called anyone to have them watch your show?
My kids. And my kids in New Mexico. So they'll be tuned in for sure. 10, 11 pieces, 12 pieces. And I've got one gallery that's got maybe 30 pieces. So.
And how many did you bring here?
I think 9 pieces for this show. Excuse me, it's my phone. Excuse me.
February 7th.
Great, all right, we're on.
Yeah, February 7th, all right. Second show. First show sold out. Second show open.
Thank you everyone for being here at Wave Street Studios on historic Cannery Row in Monterey. We're very fortunate to have Michael Snodgrass here and his beautiful artwork, which looks really good on TV. We love that. And for those of you watching out on livenetworks.tv, we really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to hand this over to Michael, and we're going to ask him some questions, but I'm going to start him off with, can you just tell us about your artwork? How about where it comes from? And we all read his press release. We know that, or you can.
It comes from. I developed over the years a real love of primitive art, and particularly fascinated with African, Native American, and South American, Central American primitive art. And when I was younger, I studied a lot of abstract expressionist work, and that's how I was brought up in the art world.
And where was this, in Northern California?
Yeah, in Northern California. And I started painting seriously, I guess, about seven years ago or so. And I was gone off in the direction I was doing like neorealism. I was painting realistic still life and things like that. And I remember trying to get into the Carmel Art Association. And I worked really hard on this body of work. I painted these persimmons, and I painted pears, and I framed everything beautifully, and I submitted them, and nope, no chance. So I was kind of brokenhearted, and my friend Germaine said to me, "That's the best thing that could have happened to you." And I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Now you can paint what you really want."
All right.
And she said, paint what you want." So I said, "Oh, okay." So I started painting. I started going off into doing my primitive, my abstract primitive, and things started happening, started clicking. Well, I originally started out sculpting.
Oh, right.
And
yes.
I'm actually going to go back to sculpture a little bit later, this year probably. I've got a big body of work I want to get done, and then I'm going to take some time off and do sculpture.
And what kind of sculpture is that? It was, if I recall, there was...
The figurative animal, for the most part, that was sort
with
of...
With metal and...
Metal, yeah, found object, metal, right. A lot of wood, painted wood, basically humorous stuff. I wanted to execute a piece that was more graphic and not quite so splashy. And so this piece is collage. It's acrylic and collage on panel.
Oh.
And basically I was playing with dark areas. I was just playing with dark shape. And this is sort of what came out. And where the title comes from, I don't know. Over here, the one with the many faces? Yes. Okay. Those are two headhunters. showing off their collection of missionary skulls. A little bit of dark humor there.
Not art critics.
They're not art critics, no.
Okay.
No, they're missionaries.
Right, great. Set thought.
I basically start by creating a basic background, and then I take and I do a, for lack of a better term, I do like a Chinese figure with the black or with my dark paint, which is just a very quick, rough figure, and then I sit and study it, and I see what that figure reminds me of. And sometimes I'll expand the dark area a little bit, and I just basically go where the paint takes me. I start putting paint, and I follow it. And if I don't like what's happening, I scrape it, and then I start over again. But I always start the same way. And it's very important to me that the paint do a lot of the work.